know Mom tells me it sounds very old, but I like to think that I have like an old soul, like some sort of connection. And I know a lot of you guys have like commented on like how I'm always like kind of smiling, and I hope to, I guess, impart some happiness on others with my smile, although I don't know that my face like just ends up like this all the time. So yeah, that would be the meaning of my name.
It's a very nice name.
משברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב שרה רבקה רחל ולאה הוא יברך את הנערה אלכסנדרה ויקרא שמה בישראל אורה. יהי רצון לגודלה לתורה לחופה למעשים טובים ונאמר Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless Alex. Let her be known among the people of Israel as Orah. May the parents be privileged to raise her, and may Orah enjoy the blessings of Torah, Chuppah, and a life of Ma'asim Tovim. And let us say Amen.
Okay, so unlike the little story I just told you, I'm going to take a slightly more serious tone for the Bat-Mitzvah speech. So again, hi. I guess I'll just start off by talking about one of my first memories of a holiday or a holiday time, so December 1997. This is my first memory of any sort of religion at all. So I was only 5 at the time, but I can still remember the way my house smelled and looked. So I grew up with a Catholic dad and a Jewish mom, and as a result of that, it was never really a choice that I had, but it was never something that was forced upon me. We had kind of an understanding between us that when I grew up, I would get to choose my religion as I saw fit, if I wanted any religion at all. So there was a Christmas tree, but my mom, the Jewish one, was the most excited about this, oddly. She strung it with, like, we have glass Jewish stars and Noah's Arks. We have those little pine cones with the glitter that I don't know, you guys will connect to that, but we used to like decorate those in school. And then we also had these mistletoe Hanukkah candles, and when I was 7, I made my own like little menorah out of a kit, and we still use it every Hanukkah. So that's really special to me. So I think this is like a real kind of menagerie of my Jewish religion and the kind of Christian culture that I grew up in, never really connecting to either one. I think this memory is so clear because I'm constantly trying to come to terms with my parents' different upbringings and religious views, and trying to understand how this shaped their values as they grew up, and again how these values manifested themselves in their actions, especially during their marriage. So as I said, religion was never really a big part of their life together when they were married, and also like during my early years, they told me about this later, they decided again to let me pursue religion on my own terms. So we never really talked about God. I never attended services regularly, and my first real service was last night, and that was really exciting. I just felt so connected, especially singing. I just like love to belt it out sometimes. So I really enjoyed that. And again, I didn't get any real cultural exposure, especially in regard to the Jewish side, because my mom's family lives in Florida, and she's one of only 2, and we don't see my uncle that much, her brother. So I was mostly exposed to the other side of things, my dad's side. But as I got older, my parents' differences really became apparent, and I don't know if it was, I don't think fundamentally it was a result of their religion. I think it was a result of their upbringing. They didn't get along, and unfortunately they got divorced. I remember my first experiences with God were praying to him that we'd all be okay, and that like the fighting would end and stuff. So that was really tough for me, and at times I felt like he was never really talking back. I was talking to him, I was praying, but he was never saying anything to me. So that's part of the fundamental lesson that I learned from this Torah portion, and especially from this trip. So this April, I was invited to someone's house who's very close to me for Passover. The experience being at his house with his mom, dad, sister, brother, both sets of grandparents, uncles, aunts, and cousins was absolutely the most impactful thing on my whole life. Because it was like being brought into a family which I grew up not having. It was so special to me, and I don't think he realized it. The closeness his family had through their Judaism really struck me, and honestly made me want that kind of family so badly. I realized that Judaism is far less about religion and far more about a community feeling and a cultural bond and a family bond that was so evident in their sitting around the dinner table. They have dinner together every night. My family did not have that. His bubby actually wrote me a letter for the trip, which I received at the airport, and it really struck me. Here I was, at the airport at JFK, surrounded by all of you people who I didn't know yet at all, and he hands me this letter, and I have no idea what it is, and there's a kitzpah, I don't know what it's called in there.
For the Wailing Wall. Something like that.
A note for me basically from his bubby to put in the wall. And then there was also a card for me. And honestly, I couldn't believe that someone I barely knew had written me such a personal letter telling me to go and feel Israel and to get connected in any way that makes me feel something at all. So I was so moved, it brought me tears to my eyes, and I realized that this is what it means to be Jewish. I don't know, just to impart that sense of family on someone who you don't know, that sense of community that's special in your heart. So Yoni asked us to make a commitment as part of our Bat-Mitzvah, and mine is that I don't want to talk to God only when I'm upset or in need of some miracle, but to give thanks. And right now, I want to give thanks for this wonderful life I have and all the experiences I've had and the opportunity I've been given to come here and to find a family in you guys, and to better appreciate the family I have back home. I realized that while God has no visible boundaries or obvious form, His presence exists in every memory I can think of. Not right now, because I'm really nervous. The true lesson this Torah portion has taught me actually exists in Bubby's letter. That no matter what is going on in my life, good, bad, crazy, exciting, God is there with me, and He has and will help me mind my own path with family at its center. So, thank you all so much. Thanks for listening.
By the way, I think we have a budding rabbi here. There's a pattern. Alex speaks and everyone cries. So we have two more things we want to do.